through, Tristal might have a big advantage in the Charlock dive.
Right, but on the other hand, if we're looking at a lower HP seed, oh, and here we go. We are looking at the treasury now. So let's see what we have here. We're looking for a couple of magic keys or maybe some wings. We have a torch. We have gold. That could be big if there's a town nearby. Ooh, and we have the hurt spell, and it looked like here, real quick, we had 16 strength.
Yep, so 16 strength in the hurt spell, that low agility is not going to be as much of a hindrance as it normally would.
They are both going to quick save in case there is a quick town around. Looks like the runners are starting with 16 strength. Oh, an awful 5 agility, though. Oof. All right, what do we got here? We're in a desert with the Magidraki, and Hurt should be able to take down the Magidraki in 1 or 2 hits. Oh, we do have a town at 2 caves right to the south, and we have a level 2 pickup over on MisterHomes' side. Nice power, and not a whole lot else. New spell. Heal more. Oh, okay, we got Hurt, we got Heal more. This could be a nice quick seed, at least as far as leveling up goes.
Yeah, if they either get another, if they get hurt more or they get some more strength, this could be a fairly easy exploration for them.
Oop, and it looks like Tristal is going to be sent back to the start by that skeleton.
Oh, bad luck for Tristal. Doesn't get a chance to spend his gold.
Nope, and we have a town right north of Tantagel, too. So, geez, we've got 2 towns and 2 caves right by Tantagel Castle. Now, notice that neither one of them is resetting, so they're going to lose half their gold, unfortunately. Oh, it looks like there was a 3rd cave, too.
Wow, an embarrassment of riches right at the start.
All right, we have Garenham, which is the town to the south, which has a copper sword, which is excellent. And leather armor.
And I think a small shield as well.
Yep, looks like it.
Also has the silver shield and I believe the flame sword.
Ooh.
It had one other expensive item.
Oh no, it looks like Tristal went the wrong way. MisterHomes goes north and finds Rimeldar, the key town.
And this is a very critical pickup.
We have a dragon scale dawning over on Tristal's side. Now, it looks like we have Holmes going to go check the Rimeldar chest, see what we get here. Usually nothing good, but you never know. Maybe this is the time it is something good. Herb.
No. But you got to try anyway.
Absolutely. Oh, the Jerk Cave right near Tantagel Castle. And that other is the Vanilla Stones of Sunlight Cave. And in the Stones of Sunlight Cave, we have the Cursed Belt. Nice little selling item for when Tristal stumbles upon Rimeldar, and he can sell that off, get a couple of keys.
Very friendly starting area, though.
Very. Home's going up to level 3. Nice little, I think, response or agility gain, but that's really about it.
I think I may have spoken too soon about the friendliness of this area. Tristal getting sent back by the fun police.
All right, so let's see what we have in the treasury. I would imagine that Holmes is going to go pretty much dive right for that first. We have gold. So gold grind will be possible. We have the token. We have more gold. And more gold. So nice little gold pickup there for MisterHomes, who can go back into Rimeldar, get a copper sword and a small shield, I believe, was there. So he can probably get very much similar equipment to what Tristal has.
And I like the move of going up to the throne room and coming back down. If this happens to be the mountain cave or Garen's grave in the basement, he can do a reverse gold grind without having to set up.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. We'll see what we got here in the basement of Tantajo. We have Swamp South. And the Stone Man sends him back to start anyways. And we have Tristal stumbling upon what we know to be the town of Rimmildar. So he's probably going to sell his cursed belt and go get some keys. And meanwhile, we're going to have Holmes getting some more gold.
It looks like he doesn't know where Grinham is and is just stockpiling a little money to get some starting equipment.
Oh, Silverfire informing that he did sell the cursed belt, so he will have the money to get some keys right away. So what does Rimmildar have here? He's going to pick up a broadsword, which is a nice pickup, and a leather armor.
It looks like we have Silver Shield in both Rimmildar and Garenham, so easy to get to.
So now we get a little bit of exploration now. Oh, another cave over there. And Sharlock, goodness. Oh, okay, looks like they can go around from the south. Geez, everything is around the castle.
This is one of the more convenient maps that I've seen. But of course, you know, they're going to have a lot of empty space to go through before finding something next.
You know, these levels really haven't been much anything in the way. Oh, and Hurtmore at level 5. Goodness gracious.
Wow, this could be a very, very quick seed.
So if we're right, and if that other cave that was dark, we think that might have been Swamp North. So now basically what we're looking for here are caves and towns. I mean, and here we go. He's going to find, that would be Garenham, and he's got keys. So let's see what's in the back of Garenham. He's going to check the weapon shop, find not much. Oh, he's going to get a half plate, I bet, and a small shield.
Nice upgrade over the leather armor he currently has.
Green Dragon. On Tristal's side, what do we have here in Garenham? We have the 120 gold chest. We have more gold. And the Death Necklace.
And I believe that Green Dragon had sleep.
Oh, another Green Dragon with sleep. Isn't that fun?
Oh boy.
Looks like Mr. Holmes is going to stock up on torches, and I would think grab a dragon scale while he's here. So where is Tristal?
Well, judging from the fact that he hasn't gotten an encounter yet, I would say the Tablet Cave.
Yeah.
Oh, nope,
Unless
there's a
he's
wolf
just getting
lord.
lucky.
Yeah, he just had a very lucky run.
Yep, and the Wolf Lord sends Tristal back to start, and Mr. Holmes finds a jerk.
Yeah, Tristal getting stuck on level 4 is proving to be very pivotal. Mr. Holmes has had access to Hurtmore for quite a bit longer.
I don't think Mr. Holmes has used it yet, though. All right, so Mr. Holmes is going to do a little more exploration, foregoing whatever cave that was in Garenham.
Well, here's a perfect target for it, a Magiwyvern.
And takes care of it in one hit. Nice little experience boost there. Should get him to level 6 easily. Ooh, nice HP gain.
Green dragons and red dragons in the basement of the castle.
I suppose that might be a nice... But...
And another nice Hurtmore target. These are the guys you like to see early when you have Hurtmore, because even if you get ambushed, they're not going to kill you.
Absolutely. Ooh, wizard with stop spell.
Oh, those will be very nice once they find the armor.
I was just... You read my mind, sir. Alright, so now we're going to have Tristal checking out the back of Garenham while Mr. Holmes gets to level 7. MP boost there. Oh, AK-47 sends Holmes back to start.
With 2 MP left, probably not the worst outcome. Tristal getting blown up by a Druin with Flame Breath. That's just bad luck.
Oh, fun police on Holmes' side. And he runs away.
Runs away with 26 agility. Wow.
Phew. Not quite sure what Holmes is doing.
There we go. Quick check of the menu, and he realizes he has the token, not the harp.
Hurtmore's the Spectre. I'm a little surprised he didn't just attack it with the broadsword, but hey, kill is a kill.
He may just think it's not very likely that he's going to live long enough to use all of his MP, given how dangerous the zone is. Might as well just kill him as fast as possible.
Looks like Holmes is employing the strategy that he wants to get to the shore as quickly as possible and kind of follow the water around the map a little bit.
Yeah, we've discussed mapping strategy before, and I know he likes to trace the perimeter of the map.
So Tristal looks like he finally picks up that critical level 5, so now he has access to Hurtmore. Oh, another red dragon. And back to start. Now this, I think, looking at their stats at this point, level 7, Mr. Holmes only has 26 agility. So this is, these higher end enemies are going to get the jump on him more often than not right now. On both of our runners, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, you're in trouble when you're not even a favorite to run away from a stoneman.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, and the golem takes care of Tristal. Homes making it to level 8. Nice little HP boost again. And stop spell.
Looks like Tristal's going to take another crack at the castle basement. Now with access to hurt more, he may feel like he can take it on a little bit better.
That'll be real nice for those green dragons down there. Of course, he's not going to be happy to find where Swamp North takes him.
Oh, goodness. So we have green dragons with sleep, red dragons, and golems down in the basement. It's not a fun time down there.
No. Now, you want no part of that swamp cave. No part of that swamp cave. Okay, it looks like Holmes has found the path to Sherlock when eventually he gets the rainbow drop. And we have Tristal getting up to level 6. Alright, so now we're just doing some exploration here. See where we go.
And not much more exploration for Tristal. Looks like he finds the same red dragon that got Mr. Holmes earlier.
Ugh, this is... get a little outside the castle, and this scene turns brutal quick. Level 9 pickup there for Holmes. Another! Oh my god! Huge HP at MP level.
And I guess we know why all the towns are near the castle, because it's too dangerous to go anywhere else.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Here's Hurtmore.
And Tristal seems to have found a fairly nice zone just north of Sherlock with star wyverns and wraiths.
Well, that'll be a nice little place to get some intermediate experience.
And of course, I believe I've spoke too soon.
And there's the ever-present. So if I'm right now, Holmes at level 9 is going to have 90 some odd maximum HP.
And he's going to need all of it with agility still in the tank. It's 29.
Yeah, well, yeah. Brutal.
And Demon Knights with hurt more.
Oof, it's kind of brutal. Draw Magi helps get Tristal level 7.
Tristal finally getting some levels, but Mr. Holmes has a nice lead in both experience and exploration.
Yeah, but that exploration edge isn't really yielding Holmes much good right now because all he keeps running into is, oh, fun police. Thou art dead, indeed. All right.
Looks like we're gonna get to see the inside of the throne room a lot this seed.
I mean, their HP is good. Their MP is okay. They have hurt more, but you know, they just keep getting blasted by red dragons, green dragons, armored knights.
Looks like Mr. Holmes is gonna take a shot at fighting this wizard. Oh.
Wizards have Dragon Lord breath. That's bad.
Oh, after the stop spell, so with the armor, not so bad, but right now, you gotta run from him.
Yep. Ooh, we have a town up there in the swamp. Question is, how easy is it to get there? We have level 10 on Holmes' side. Nice agility boost.
Yeah, that'll come in handy. In fact, it pays off right there. Gets away from the stone man, but...
And I think we had a level 7 pickup or 8 pickup, I'm sorry, for Tristal. Oh, and he finds Cantlin. That's a big find. All right, so what do we have here? At the weapon shop, we have half plate.
Look like a flame sword and a silver shield.
I think so too. So really, about the only thing we haven't seen is a magic armor. Or a full plate, I don't think we've seen.
Mr. Holmes just does not want to give up his exploration, but not much you can do in this case.
The Red Dragon had other ideas. 79 north and 6 east. Eek.
Yeah, going through the countryside in this seed is not going to be pleasant.
No. Especially that far north. That takes you right through the heart of Dragon World. Yeah, the east is certainly not going to be bad to count. It's the north that's going to get you on this seed.
Yeah, a lot of lakes and mountain ranges in the way, too.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, this Demon Knight is just playing rough with Mr. Holmes. As soon as the stop spell came out, he just decided to attack.
And then dodge a couple of attacks.
Tristal trying to get away from that wizard. And does.
Oh, he gets... Oh. Holmes gets away from the fun police. They're like finally to be making some headway in this whole searching thing. Ooh, I was going to say, that's bad news for Holmes, considering how he had his spells blocked, and the next thing that was probably going to come out of the wizard was some fire.
Not much in the Great Swamp.
You know, it's funny. Everything was around start, and now there's nothing. Everything's probably at the other end of the map.
Oh, we have a cave.
Oh, here we go. Let's see what cave we have here. Oh, yep, those green dragons have sleep. All right, at least Holmes slays that one.
And yeah, it looks like the first floor of the mountain cave has the same mix of monsters that the basement had. This is not going to be pleasant.
Nope. Nope, this is going to be a slog in these couple of caves here. All right, one more chance to get away, and he doesn't. And the red dragon valiantly takes down Holmes. And we have a level 9 pickup for Tristal.
A little bit of agility. He will certainly enjoy seeing what he gets at 10, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, level 10 is a nice big level. Got to kill things to get there, though. All right, so where's Holmes going to go? Is he going to go back to that cave, or is he going to do some more exploration and get some more levels, you know, to get to the point where he can hopefully take on some of those beasts?
I think you got to go right back in. It's the only lead that you have right now, and it's a very, very big open map.
Or do you try the Hail Mary, try to find Hawksness? Hopefully Hawksness has like an Axe Knight and Erdrick's armor. I mean, it's a bit of a Hail Mary, but there's that option.
The problem is exploration is just as hazardous as the mountain cave, but at least with the mountain cave, you know there's items at the end of it.
That's true. The Stone Man giving Tristal fits. So apparently Stone Men ate their Wheaties.
It's, maybe it's the same Stone Man that got me at the end of my tournament match.
Could be. It wouldn't surprise me. Ugh. That one was brutal.
Oh, and the immediate payoff.
Oh, that was a big payoff with Erdrick's sword in the mountain cave.
Yeah, now Mr. Holmes can actually deal with red dragons. Might take him a while, but it's certainly better than trying to run and fail.
Yeah, right.
Mr. Holmes reacting to his 15 low roll on the Wraith Knight. Meanwhile, Tristal is going for the coordinates. And this could be very interesting if Tristal ends up with the armor and Mr. Holmes ends up with the sword.
Boy, hard to tell what you'd rather have at this point. Ooh, Fighter's Ring for Mr. Holmes. That's a nice find. Jeez, so, I mean, with finding Erdrick's sword, with already finding the Fighter's Ring, with finding the Death Necklace, there's really nothing good in Sherlock.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of herbs down there.
Ooh, stones in the mountain cave.
So this was absolutely critical and a good move by MisterHomes to continue trying to clear this out. Paid off on the second trip.
Absolutely the correct move. All right, level 11, 4 homes. Oh my god, that power. Oh, and the MP, look at that.
And a remark from Game Boy in chat, now he wants to find a red dragon, and with that strength boost, he absolutely does.
Mm-hmm. Gee, so after that level, Mr. Holmes has 108 max HP, 78 max MP, and 108 attack power. Whew. That's pretty good for level 11. Oh, and here comes the suicide he wants to set up the gold grind.
Yep, just gonna let the golem turn him into hamburger.
So we're getting close on the overworld item. Is now Tristal has started his search.
Oh, Tristal in a bit of trouble, though. Yeah. Between the wizard and the red dragon, he is about out of resources.
And of course, the bad part about where he is right now is he is in the mountains, which does have an increased encounter rate.
Yeah, and not having much luck finding the item either. I believe he's just finished searching one away from his target point, and
it looks like he's kind of doing a spiral search almost. There it is. Oh, it is the armor.
Yeah, and he gets it, and that's critical. If he ended up getting sent back by an enemy, that would have been quite a lot of time lost.
Oh, yeah, so that's huge. That's huge now. All right, so we've got a race again. Looks like now we're going to go get a silver shield over on Mr. Holmes' side. There we go, silver shield. Now, he picked up an extra 8,000 gold. Did he see a magic armor?
I don't remember seeing one. Maybe he's thinking if he spots another town, he's got it on hand.
Yeah, it could be. Oh, red dragon.
I mean, now that he's got heal mores and increased attack power, he's less likely to die than he was even a level ago.
Yeah, right. Really no issue with that red dragon only needing one heal more. Oh, and another one. Look at that. I'm pretty sure Holmes welcomes all comers at this point.
Playing it safe, healing on 42, and then getting hit for 39. So he's got a pretty good idea in his head of how much damage that red dragon can do, and he just took another shot for 44.
Now, interesting to note here, as we're starting to get into this race a little bit, Holmes has opened up a good 1,300 experience point lead, and definitely has the edge in exploration right now. So now, that's not this. This isn't overcomable. I mean, Tristal can certainly overcome this. It's just, is Holmes going to find what he needs before Tristal finds what he needs?
Yeah, I think this is just going to come down to how fruitful the upcoming exploration is. Tristal is headed right in the direction of the mountain cave right now. And that would give him the edge in items, while Holmes has the edge in levels.
Right. But then again, Holmes is kind of making his way up toward the Cantland Swamp.
And we still have no idea where Hawksness is or who's guarding it, and that could easily swing any level lead right now.
Well, question is, would they even... Well, would Tristal... Oh, we have a level 12 pickup over on Holmes' side. Would Tristal even really dive into Hawksness, though? Because really the only thing Hawksness could be would be the Fairy Flute. Because they both have token.
If I feel I'm behind, I may just go into Hawksness and kill as many Axe Knights as possible. So I would like to see who's guarding it.
And it looks like, as long as he doesn't get sniped by a Red Dragon, and he doesn't, we have a sword pickup for Tristal.
And speaking of sniped by Red Dragons, Mr. Holmes runs out of MP and has to go back to start. Question in chat, did Mr. Holmes actually see the Rain Cave? He saw the Rain Cave earlier, actually took a few steps into it, and then remembered that he had the token instead of the harp, so he's aware of where it is.
Mm-hmm. Now, there are a couple of caves down around start. We know two of them are the swamp, but I think there was a third one that might be the grave, maybe? I'm surprised they haven't delved back into the grave.
It's like Tristal at level 9, just a little bit short of that large strength boost, and it cost him.
Mm-hmm. Once he gets to level 10, he'll find this seed really gets a lot easier with that huge strength, HP, and MP boost. He's just got to get there first.
Yeah, I think he's certainly going to go back there. It's the perfect place to set up a gold grind.
Mm-hmm. And of course, we know the Stones of Sunlight are in there too. But he doesn't know that, but we do.
Looks like he gets a nice uneventful run past the Charlock area. And we have another cave. And Tristal finds the grave.
Oh, look at that! So where was the grave?
North, north, then east, then north of Charlock.
Okay, so there's the harp, and the extra key, and wings. Okay. Well, once Holmes finds the grave, he's just gonna take that harp and get the heck out of Dodge. And these stonemen just are not playing nice in this seed.
I mean, they're feeling bolder than they ever have.
Mm-hmm.
See the 59 agility, or 58 rather, and think, this is the slowest I've ever seen the hero move. This is my time to shine. Another question in chat: has Holmes found the Death Necklace? I believe both players have. It was in Garinham, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was, and I do believe both players have found it. Absolutely. And given where their HP and attack power is, who knows if they're going to use it? Ooh, Axe Knights have sleep. I think this is the first Axe Knight we've seen. Sleep and baby breath.
So we've got sleep on the green dragons, and now we've got sleep on the Axe Knights.
And a level 13 pickup. Nice agility. That's about it, though.
I'm sure Mr. Holmes will take that.
Oh, yeah. At this point, yeah. Where's MTA when you need him for that level? Some more exploration going on Holmes' side, and on Tristal's side, we have the what we know to be rather fruitless dive into the depths of the Grave of Garen.
Yeah, but once Tristal finishes up here and heads back to the mountain cave, he's going to have a pretty big lead in progression items.
Mm-hmm. The other thing is, now that he's basically more or less cleared out the grave, he'll be able to set up the gold grind.
It looks like that's exactly what he's going to do, picking a fight with the golem.
Silverfire, question in chat from Silverfire. Where were the stones? The stones were in the bottom of the mountain cave. Last chest in the mountain cave, I do believe.
Yep, the one you have to wrap around the bottom left to get to.
Yep. Yeah, Tristal did take a death on the first floor. Never made it down to the second. Right after getting the sword. And now we're going to gold grind to get the silver shield on Tristal's side.
Now, Mr. Holmes seems to be a bit turned around, retracing his steps near the mountain cave.
Oh, no! Holmes takes a death in the swamp.
Yeah, it looked like it was intentional, but still bad news that he seems to be lost right now.
All right, so Holmes is... doing what now?
He's double-checking all of the caves he has access to.
Okay, so the back of Grave of Garen was swamp. No, wait, this is the tablet cave. Okay, so he's going to check out the tablet cave, which we know has nothing of use.
Yeah, now that he has access to outside, he may feel like it's a better investment of his time. but just an herb.
Just an herb. Nah, it's in the mountains, Silverfire. The armor is in the foothills just south of the northern border of the map.
Yeah, and this is where you can get in trouble with a perimeter trace style of exploration.
And he finds Cantlin. All right, and he's going to find those ever so wonderful coordinates. Meanwhile, we've got Tristal that I betcha is going to go check the tablet cave, which will then confirm to him that he's got to go back to the mountain cave and check the basement of the mountain cave. Because I believe that'll make sure that... I believe this will be the last chests that Tristal hasn't checked besides the two or three in the basement of the mountain cave.
Of course, when you're counting coordinates, who's going to show up? The fun police.
Well, they are police for a reason. They police you from doing whatever it is you want to be doing.
And Tristal with the long walk back out.
Well, that's because he doesn't have outside yet.
Just, I think one level off.
And Trooper Zero, yes, if he has 6 herbs in his inventory, then the chest will be empty. All right, so Holmes still counting.
Looks like he's making notes as he goes along in case he dies.
That wouldn't surprise me, given the enemy set that's up this way. That does not surprise me in the least. Especially knowing that Stonemen have just been absolutely miserable to deal with in this seed. So Holmes is starting now to close in on that armor, which I think he's going to find it on his first search. He's got it.
Yeah, nailed it. And now, if he continues tracing the northern part of the map, he'll find the grave in short order.
And given he's got a nearly 3,000 experience lead, that's going to give him a significant edge if he can find that part relatively quickly. Meanwhile, we have a Golem win on Tristal's side, which gets him to level 11.
And a nice stat boost to go along with that.
Mm-hmm. Holmes taking on this red dragon. Can he defeat the red dragon before being killed? He can. Ooh, finding Cantlin just in the nick of time.
Yeah, that's going to save him quite a bit of time.
Now he can go back north of Cantlin and hopefully find the grave that has been eluding him. Oh, Fun Police sends Tristal back to start.
Mr. Holmes, with his current stats, is not very far off from challenging the Dragon Lord. One more good level ought to do it.
I was just, yeah, absolutely. And there is the grave right there. He's probably going to check one cave and then get the heck out of Dodge, or one chest and get the heck out of Dodge. Meanwhile, it looks like Crystal is making a beeline back to the mountain cave.
And Mr. Holmes very excited to see the Silver Harp. Just gets the heck out of there.
Yep. Imagine he's going to cast the return spell, go cash in that harp, go cash in the 3 items for the rainbow drop, and find some place to level up.
Having not found Hawksness, I think Sharlock's the place to go.
Or would you level up in the basement of Tantagel with the dragons?
That's not a bad option, but I think just the fact that the green dragons have sleep make it annoying enough where I might try Sharlock first.
Well, we'll see. I'm sure we'll see what Mr. Holmes is going to do in very short order. Silverfire, you're absolutely right. Hawksness could be hiding a great grinding location, but I don't think we're ever going to see Hawksness.
Be very curious to know where that ended up on this map. Have to ask McGrew after this match is over.
And now Tristal gets to play with these really, really mean stone men. Oh, is Holmes going to grind up here with the red dragons and the Magi Wyverns, or Star Wyverns?
I think there's Star Wyverns in this region.
Ooh, level 14 was a bust. Yeah, Holmes definitely needs at least level 15 at this point.
You know, another benefit to heading into Sharlock early is gaining the knowledge of what's on that first floor.
Mm-hmm.
May play things a little differently if it's 40% red dragons and 60% armored knights.
I think we've only seen 1 or 2 armored knights. I don't know what they do yet. Other than beat you senseless with their axe. This is a slow slog in this area. You know, and I wonder, as you've mentioned, I wonder if the Sherlock grind might be better just because you'll get more consistent higher level encounters. More often high level encounters.
Meanwhile, it looks like Tristal has finished off his collection of the items in the mountain cave.
Is he just looking to... Is he looking to suicide, or is he looking to fight?
I think he's looking to get a few levels, spend his MP in a good area before just getting sent back to the castle.
Okay, that's fair. But there is a 3,000 experience gap between Holmes and Tristal at this point. That's going to be tough for Tristal.
Yeah, I think if I'm Tristal, I might want to dive Sharlock just to see who the mini-boss is. I'm going to level up on the way down anyway, and if the mini-boss is very good experience, like, say, an Axe Knight, it might be the easiest way to catch up.
Yep. I don't know if the Axe Knights would be the easiest mini-boss, though, given that they have sleep. And with the Green Dragon having sleep and the Axe Knight having sleep, I wonder if the easiest boss down there might actually be the Red Dragon. All it does is just hitting you for damage, and that's it. Oh, Silverfire making a good point in chat. We have not seen a blue dragon yet. We did see one armored knight somewhere on the overworld. It bashed whoever it was and sent him back to start real quick. But that's it. I've only seen one armored knight on the overworld.
We haven't seen any werewolves yet either, have we?
No, now that you mention it, I don't think we have. Have we even seen any type of slime?
Certainly not any metal ones. I think we've seen reds.
Okay.
Mr. Holmes about to find out what is in store for him on this next level.
If it's a good level, he should be ready to go. If it's another paltry level, he's going to be grinding some more. Let's see what we get. Oh, that's not bad. Not sure it's enough to get him there, though.
5, 7, 8, and 1, and he clearly doesn't feel comfortable.
Well, looking at it, 15, you've got 117 HP, 85 MP, and 126 attack power. So you're doing 6 to 13 damage on the Dragon Lord with 10 heal mores. I don't think that's enough. Yeah, he either needs more strength or a lot more HP to put the Death Necklace on, or more HP. Okay, and it looks like we have Tristal doing the Sherlock search out. Excavation.
Yep, the patented Tristal dive.
All right, so let's see what we have here in Sherlock.
Wizard's a very good find.
Especially with Stop Spell. Absolutely. Is Mr. Holmes changing up his strategy a little bit? It looks like he is indeed going into Sherlock as well.
And he may feel like the next level is certainly going to be enough. No guarantee of that, of course, but it's more likely now. So, time to collect some information while you level up.
Now look, there are the werewolves who we were just talking about.
And they're getting defense broken, so maybe they were just hiding out.
Nope, Axe Knight on the first floor.
And Tristal gonna burn a hurt more. Doesn't want to get put to sleep.
Yeah, I don't think either one of them are entertaining any thoughts whatsoever of going to kill the Dragon Lord on this dive. I think they're just doing, as you said, reconnaissance.
And the zone in the top 2 floors seems to be pretty friendly.
Yeah. No dragons. Axe Knight seems to be the worst. This is not bad at all.
Got a few more zones to go through, though. Anything can change. Looks like we've got even more Star Wyverns on the next floor.
So far, this has been a friendly Sherlock. Oop, there we go.
Yep. And speaking of friendly, there's our old friend, the Fun Police. And of course, the old excellent move after you've already put 90 damage on one.
Yeah, you know, why just kill something when you can overkill it?
Yeah, the old coup de grace, huh?
Now, it looks like we get Tristal up to level 14, which is going to be quite disappointing for him.
Green Dragon dodging both the hurt more and the initial attack.
Oh.
And rolled high enough in HP to survive a 65. But at least it didn't cast sleep.
There's that, which is nice.
Again with the Hurtmore dodge. It looks like Tristal is defense breaking Green Dragons by a pretty good amount.
And that's wonderful as long as they keep attacking.
Synced up Star Wyvern fights.
Holmes starting to close in on level 16. This one won't do it for him. He'll need Red Dragon and another enemy somewhere in the castle here.
Tristal heading right for the mini boss.
See what we got here. The Star Wyvern should be enough to give. Well, it will be enough to give Holmes is level 16. Let's see what we got here.
All right, math time.
Good power, SP, good HP, and NP.
And Mr. Holmes casts Return first. So a little bit of sequencing, and he's going to have to walk back to the castle.
Boy, that's... What do we got here? So, level 16, we've got 131 attack power. So we're doing 7 to 15? 8 to 15? On the Dragon Lord. We've got 11 heal mores, and we've got 126 HP. Ugh. Oh, boy, it's close. What do you think, Edge? What do you do with these stats?
It depends. If I feel like I'm ahead, I'm probably going to get one more level. If I feel like I'm behind, I'm going to throw the death necklace on and hope for the best.
And we do have an Axe Knight as the mini-boss. I will be back in 1 second, Edge.
Okay. Another option for Mr. Holmes would have been to fight his way down and see if he got just enough of a level to sort of bump things in his favor. But judging from the fact that he's just running, Mr. Holmes is clearly just going for it. And Tristal is spending some time in the desert that Zarnax mentioned earlier. That sort of zone north of Charlock that had a lot of red dragons hanging out. Oh, we have a blue dragon sighting for Tristal, and the blue dragon just has a really annoying set of spells. And Dragon Lord Breath. Okay, so probably good that we didn't see very much of him. Yeah, Mr. Holmes just motoring right along. And this is the first time that he has to dip into the herbs.
Looks like Holmes made a clean dive into the basement.
Yeah, other than a couple of red dragons just before you got back, he had a very, very smooth Sharlock dive.
So, question is he going to go now, or is he going to... grind? I would think he's just going to go. Oh, he's just straight up going. He's not even putting on the death necklace. He's just going.
He's anticipating getting some double attacks in, and I think with 90 defense and 126 HP, that's pretty likely across the course of a fight.
And this is a nice Dragon Lord 1, too.
Defense breaking the Dragon Lord.
And so what do we got here? 14.
Very good start.
21.
And not so good.
$35.
So, alternating 14s and 7s.
So it means next attack will be a 7, right? Another 14 for 49. Wow. Look at these rolls. $60. $74.
Yeah, at this point, Mr. Holmes has to feel like he's in the driver's seat.
I would, unless he starts getting some terrible rolls. And I've got him at 85 with 8 Healmores left, or 5 Healmores left. 93.
Those high rolls have been very necessary with the Dragon Lord electing to just spew fire breath turn after turn.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, 110. Now we're starting to get a little in the sketchy territory.
And he gets a double.
Ooh, that's big. That's big. 127.
Oh, looks like he kind of auto-attacked that 47 there. I know I've done that too, going through the menu a little too quick.
There we go. I had him at 148, so I must have missed an attack somewhere.
GG to Mr. Holmes.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Get out your GGs. Mr. Holmes has won this seed with an official SRL race time of 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 1 second. Good job to Mr. Holmes.
GG, Mr. Holmes.
You know, it looks like we have Tristal fighting up for level 16, which he should get, you know, after this red dragon, and then one more enemy. So once Tristal takes care of this red dragon, he will be up to level 16. And with that ding, I believe we have a Mr. Holmes in chat. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. Question. Attack on 47 or don't attack on 47?
I saw your reaction on the camera. I thought you had made a mistake just going through quickly, but chat was saying it was deliberate.
Yeah, it was deliberate. I was just shocked because I thought I just got a double attack. I'm like, okay, I've got it wrapped up. And then I got like a 85 heal more or something, and all of a sudden I'm at 93. Crap, he's breathing fire. Crap, oh, he only did 46. Wait, I'm at 47. Do I attack? And so, for context, I think I had done 141 damage. And if I had heal moored, I would have been guaranteed 2 more attacks. But with 2 low rolls, I was only doing like 156. And so that scared the crap out of me. Objectively, what was the best decision? Maybe it was healing, but I decided to take the risk to have a sure fight rather than healing and just hoping I did enough damage.
Certainly worked for you.
Whoever is running the commentary app, do they know how much health the Dragon Lord had? I guess that would be Game Boy's department. If not, that's okay.
I had, when I was counting, I had you at 148 when you killed the Dragon Lord, which I know really can't happen because his minimum is 150. So I missed where? I don't know if it was here we go. Game Boy says oh, here we go. McGrew says 163.
Okay. That makes me feel a lot better about my decision. Now, there's other things that could have happened, like I could have done high rolls and it wouldn't have mattered, or I could have gotten a double attack so I would have been at full health. So that's why I think maybe objectively healing was the best decision, but my snap judgment was just to go for it. Hooray!
Yeah, hooray! You played the seed well. What were your thoughts about the Dragon Alley that was, looked like 1 or 2 zones north of
They were
castle?
Everywhere, man. They were everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, my plan was I need to find a shield as soon as possible so I can fight these red dragons rather than having to fail a run 5 times. Because with the stats that I was at, it was about like 40 agility at the time, and I definitely gave some absolutely massive fist pumps every time I got like 15 agility on a level. I was so happy. If you watch my last 2 races, you can understand why I would be happy about agility. Mountain Cave and got the sword there, and then I was able to grind for the silver shield, and from that point it was just like, well, I just need to find the armor. That's it, and then just punch red dragons.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what it came down to. Really, if you're looking for what I consider to be like a difference in this seed, Tristal found the coordinates before you did. He found Caitlin before you did find the coordinates. Tried to get up there right away, and then just got bullied by dragons. Kept running his head up against dragons on the way up there before he finally did wind up getting the armor. But he spent a good 10-15 minutes just trying to get that armor.
Yeah, that's tough. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I'm not surprised that he found Caitlin early. I was kind of, I don't know, annoyed with myself when I saw how close it was to the start. But that's so funny. I didn't find half the towns.
Well, McGrew says in chat that Cole and Hawksness were kind of side by side up in the northeast corner.
Okay, and I didn't find Breckenary either. So.
Oh, jeez, that's right. We didn't see Breckenary, did we?
No, but I mean, Breckenary's easy to forget.
Yeah, who needs Breckenary anyways?
That's why I was very happy to find Caitlin, because I knew, like, man, if the coordinates are here, I could be just golden. Like, I may not have to find all this other stuff, so I didn't even bother healing my way out. I just, or suiciding. I just cast Return, cast Repel, and started walking.
Mm-hmm.
And thankfully, it was quite a nice path. I know when you see 79 in the coordinates, you can be a little... That's only 6 east. I know exactly where that is. And thankfully I counted it out correct, because that does not always happen.
No, and especially count... Oh, hey, look, an armored knight and Sherlock. Anyways, yeah, no, that little area where the armor was just filled with just meanness. Red dragons, green dragons, just mean enemies up there.
Yeah, that was the same zone that was in the mountain cave that killed me the first time I walked in there. I saw a green dragon, I killed it. I was like, oh, this is a good experience. And I saw a red dragon, and I just said, really? Because I'd already seen so many of them. Like, they're in here too. I'm like, maybe I should wait. Like, no, we're going in that cave. And then the first chest I open is the sword. Okay, good decision.
Yeah, which incidentally was also the same enemy set that was in the swamp cave.
Yeah, I kind of walked in there. I'm like, wait, this serves no purpose. And then I left.
Yeah.
So
Ooh,
Tristal said he wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Now, this is interesting. He's on strength agility. He has to be, right?
Yes, he absolutely is.
I don't think he's that good to win on strength agility. The HP boost I get is a huge difference.
It wound up at level 16. It wound up being 7 or 8 HP.
Yeah, but he would be at like 115 or 114, right?
Yeah, let me double check. I think he's right about there. He is at 116.
116? Okay. Maybe you'll get enough, but it's still a very iffy fight.
Well, he's doing it right while he's just about to go do it.
Does he have full magic?
Way down.
I'll let you know in a minute. He's currently struggling against this Axe Knight. Let's see how he decides to heal up. He's going to blow a heal more, so he's going to have 9 heal mores.
Oh, that's not happening. Because you're doing 7 to 15, which is 11 on average, so you need 15 attacks. And you get last one if you don't get picked off. So he's going to need like 3 or 4 double attacks, which is sketchy, especially with 116 HP. So I would not be surprised if that goes poorly.
I think he might just go for the early Hurtmores to see if he can get one to land and reevaluate from there.
Maybe that could be. I could see him doing that at this point. Let's see what we let's see what he does. Not just straight up fight.
As a strong proponent of strength, just strength HP is what I like to use. I definitely understand and appreciate the pros and cons of the two classes, but situations like this absolutely terrify me because there's the scenarios where one class has like strength HP has like 100 HP and strength agility has 90 and can't fight. That's the one bad thing that can possibly happen. And the other bad thing is when you're in this scenario where you're below the double attack kind of critical point. That's around 120 HP when you start to get more double attacks.
And he is doing the hurt more strats and he hasn't landed one yet. Yeah,
so hopefully, I want to see it happen, although I'm not sure how happy he would be if it worked. But he probably will. I don't know if he'll forfeit or not if that doesn't
work. For the old minute.
Command, hurt more! And it hit! Oh my god, it hit! Nice! I'm still worked!
Oh man. Well, that's at least some vengeance on the Dragon Lord, right? Oop. Am I still there?
Yeah, you're here.
Okay. Everything just went very silent for a second, and I felt so alone.
We have a ding. I believe we do have a Tristal in here. Tristal?
Hello. Congratulations, MisterHomes.
Thank you very much.
Well played. Very, very well played.
Thank you for tomahawking the Dragon Lord at the end.
I had to do something.
Yeah, nice showing off the RNG manip there.
Absolutely, yeah. It was all planned from the start.
So what'd you think about the seed, sir?
The beginning could not really have been any worse for me. Just a total disaster. So I pretty much knew as soon as I got hurt more at level 5, because I had stopped grinding at level 4, kind of. that it was basically over. Finding Rimmelsdar one screen north of town after I had already died and used my gold. Just so many things that made the beginning totally impossible to recover from.
That's annoying.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, so I think what actually worked in my benefit is I didn't find Catland for a long time, actually. And so
Okay.
when I found it and I went to search for the coordinates, strong enough to beat Red Dragons, which, I mean, they molested me for the first half of the race. And it sounds like it did that to you, too.
Yeah, I had my fair share of fun police beatings.
Yeah,
But yeah, that makes sense too. Like if you're on the quest for the overworld spot and you can actually kill things while you're doing that, that helps out quite a bit.
I don't know about you, but I actually didn't find like half of the towns.
Didn't find Cole, Hawksness, or Breckenary.
You didn't find those places?
No, I did not.
Neither did I. None of them.
Totally unnecessary.
So when I saw there were coordinates available, I was so stoked because I thought I had searched a large portion of the map and I didn't have many good ideas where to search. Like, I have no idea what the map looked like, but I was just like, oh, please be the armor, please be the armor. And then I found it, and all I needed to find was the grave to get the silver harp.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I pretty much didn't take on any part of the eastern hemisphere of the map, although I think Garen's Grave might have been close to that. But yeah, it was a weird map for sure. Everything being in the beginning definitely doesn't help me race against you, I don't think. I need things to be in really crazy spots that maybe I only find early.
Yeah. No. What was I gonna say? Yeah, that's not a scenario. The one you're proposing, things at the start. The one person I would never want to race in that scenario is Yunos, because he would absolutely crush me. Shout out to Yunos if he's there. He's like, I don't know what it is, but that is like his bread and butter.
I think Yunos is point farming people in the qualifier for Link to the Past randomizer right now.
Right, he was saying that. Oh man. Oh. So, at what time did you find the sword, Tristal? Do you know?
I don't know offhand. I'm sure the commentators can tell me if I found it much later than you did.
I probably want to say 10, 15 minutes maybe later.
Yeah.
That seems about right. Yeah, 10 or 15.
Yeah, it was the first chest in Mountain Cave, right? Yeah, I didn't really get to that for a while.
Oh, there we go. Game Boy has it in chat. Holmes picked it up at 28:44. Tristal picked it up at 36:19. So,
okay.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
No.
But just once you get that, you can just start destroying red dragons. And so that... substantially.
Yeah, I was still actually kind of lowish level when I picked it up. I think I was only level 9. So I definitely wasn't in good enough shape to kill red dragons. We needed a couple levels of 15 power before I could do that.
What was useful for me is that I was able to concurrently grab the silver shield with the gold grind. So
nice.
I had the defense to actually withstand an attack. And whatever level we had 100 HP pretty early.
I think
well, you had 100 HP pretty early.
right. But you'd have been pretty close. Like, right, they kind of...
hurting for HP, that wasn't the problem, really. No, when I got the sword in Mountain Cave the first time, that first floor was just full of all the toughest enemies in the game, and I did not make it to the second floor on my first try. So I couldn't gold grind because there was only one chest. And
right.
Yeah, and so I had to try and find my way back there as well. What really killed me in the beginning, though, was I did not correctly determine what was in Tanagel's basement. I had done some wall testing and thought it was Garen's Grave instead of South Swamp.
Ooh.
And so I repeatedly went back there trying to get to the 3 treasure chests so I could gold grind, and they're not there. And I was bonking in really weird spots. I'm like, wait, this doesn't feel like Garen's Grave. What's going on? And yeah, it turned out it was not.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so that's not bad luck. That's just misplaying by me. So definitely the better person won here today. So congratulations, well done.
Thank you. One question that I'm just curious, because you were saying you felt like you got to level 5 too late.
Mm-hmm.
Similar, maybe not to the same extent that you did, but as soon as I got it, I was like, I didn't do this in the fastest way possible, because I'd explored and died a few times as well. So I'm wondering if Game Boy and his infinite wisdom can give a time frame for that. It's probably only like a couple minutes, I bet.
I've got my splits still up for that, so I hit level 5 at 12 minutes 48.
Okay, I think mine would have been around 8 minutes, probably.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
I knew
think,
by the time I had hit it, because that was after I had tried to go through what turned out to be South Swamp 3 times. So, yeah, I just wasted tons and tons of time in the beginning of the game.
And
yeah,
so
go ahead.
That's east of Garenham in the bottom of the map. Was absolutely amazing for having Hurtmore. It had rogue scorpions and like droll magis and magi wyverns and stuff like that, and I was just beating up on them.
Okay, yeah, I didn't really find any of that. What I did find, though, for a grind spot was just south of Charlock. The desert there was a lot of red dragons later on, which were great.
Yeah. Mountains just west of Charlock, there were red dragons and star wyverns.
Oh, okay.
And I grinded to level
that actually would have been better.
I grinded to level 15 there. But then I think I started defense breaking star wyverns. So I just went into Charlock and kind of dove for information. Wanted to see what was in there. Found the red dragons in the bottom 2 zones and got my level, and then just kind of went out and went back in. So I didn't really time it right, because I still thought level 15 was too far away. We were a favorite with 10 Healmores. Like, I came down to the last attack on mine. So, on my fight. An attack on 47 right at the end. I thought I was winning for sure. I just gotten a double attack. And I used a Healmore. I had 1 left. And I'd done 141 damage. And I got a min roll on my Healmore and only healed to 93. And he did 46 to me. And I only had 47 left, and I was just kind of to decide whether to do or not. Because if I got 2 low rolls, I was only going to do like 157. And I couldn't live with that, so I attacked on 47 and got fortunate that I didn't get unlucky. And it turns out he had 163 health, so I'm that decision. All in all, a very interesting race.
Absolutely. Hey, and if nothing else, I got a really sweet clip out of it. So
right.
Your manipulation of the Hurtmore strat.
Yeah, I'm about to clip it right now.
I was gonna say, I wasn't sure if you'd be happy or annoyed if the Hurtmore would work, but because you did it with manipulation, that makes it like 10 times better.
Yeah, there was definitely no better point in time for that to work.
I talked with the other guys about this. So I'm going to have to run the numbers on my simulator after, but this was one of those seeds where I think the HP build favorable for the Dragon Lord fight at level 16. I was wondering what you think about that. I had 126 HP. And you had like 116, something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. 116, 118.
Because we needed double attacks to win the fight, and I thought that you were right below that sort of threshold. Maybe the extra defense makes up for it a bit, but... Yeah, I'm curious about that. If I had 2 more HP, I could have used the Death Necklace. I'm not even sure what the magic number is. Is it 127?
It's 131 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think 129 brings you to 96 exactly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, then I don't feel so bad.
Then I think.
I kind of, in the back of my head, if my dive went poorly, I was going to use the Death Necklace as a kind of a Hail Mary and try and fight with like 95 or 94 HP.
Game Boy says that his program says 98% for Homes, 92% for Tristal.
Don't trust that simulator. It's ridiculous.
If you didn't have to use a heal on the way down.
And it doesn't take into account Dragon Lord 1 fight either. And it assumes you don't get back attacked, which makes a huge difference.
Mm-hmm. So neither one of you got back attacked, and you had a really nice Dragon Lord 1.
Right, Tristal. So my Dragon Lord 1 was he cast Stop Spell on the first turn, and then he hit me for 1 damage.
Wow.
It was kind of fun.
Nice.
So I had a few herbs to bust out, so I mean I was pretty confident that I would be able to, like, I got a double attack at the beginning. I didn't get a triple attack, which is possible when you start with like 125 HP. So I don't know. I don't think it helped me that much, other than it was just quicker.
Yeah, I'd use a bunch of herbs on the way down. Despite 86 agility, I think I failed like 6 or 7 runs from a red dragon in a row on the last floor.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think we counted 7.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, on the last zone, like I knew there were just red dragons in the last zone. That was the information I got. I had seen that there were red dragons and star wyverns. And so I go down to the little U-shaped floor, and halfway through I see an armored knight. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's like 50-50 to run from them, so I ran successfully. And so at that point I was getting nervous, because now there's armored knights and red dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Then I walk through those. Everything's fine. And I get to the last floor, and I think I got 3 red dragons in a row. And one of them took me down to 50 health, I think. Luckily I didn't have to burn a heal more. Otherwise we'd probably still be racing right now.
Yeah, maybe.
That fight was a lot closer than I thought it would be. I thought for sure I'll get 2 double attacks, but when he has high health like that...
Yeah, you also seem to just throw fire breath after fire breath at you, too.
That could have been. Because I got really good rolls. I got started with the 14, which is almost my max. Then I got a 7. Then I think I got 2 more 14s and a 13.
Mm-hmm.
So... convenient. But then I got some 8s and 7s. So I think all in all I was maybe slightly rolling above average, but I got my 2 double attacks and it worked out.
Yeah, you had in your first 6 attacks you had 1, 2, 3 14s? 4 14s. 4 14s. 4 14s out of your first 6 attacks.
And what were the other ones? Do you know?
What I have here is you started with a 14, then a 7, then a 14, then a 14, then an 11, then a 14.
Okay, so 56, 67, 74 damage in my first 6 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 6 damage above average.
Yeah.
Extra each turn.
Yeah, and then after that you had an 11, an 8, an 8, a 9. Yeah.
And after that I'm below average now already.
Mm-hmm.
Because my average is 11. So,
yeah, your first 10 attacks you had 110. Yep.
Yeah, that's perfectly on average. Good thing the fight was not below average. Anyway, I don't have too much else to say other than if I say it already, obviously very good game, Tristal. I always enjoy racing against you.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so Mr. Holmes, with that, you move on to the losers bracket final. The penalty. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm hoping he's doing a lot of practice for Best of Ness and not Dragon Warrior.
I mean, I did see some Shadowgate runs earlier.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if Ness Cardinality is watching, I want you to strictly play Bio Billy for the next, 4 days. Although he did get a really nice world record the other day, so big congrats. I think he beat it by 20 seconds.
Oh, wow. Well, congrats to Neskard.
Yeah, he needs to grind for a bit lower, I think.
Oh, and there is the clip of Tristal landing the Hurtmore.
Nice. I'm gonna have to. If you highlight that, Tristal, I'll go and because I want to see your reaction to that.
Yeah, I just did it. I just put it in the chat for everybody.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was you. Okay.
Yep.
I thought it might have been from Randomizer Mania, in which case I wouldn't have seen.
Oh no, you absolutely need the webcam on this one. Believe me.
Should I make another reaction kind of image for you?
Yeah, quite possibly.
I don't know, that other one was so legendary. Yep.
Going out with a bang.
How much damage had you done at that point? Was there like no hope or?
Oh no, I started the fight with 8 or 9 heal mores, so I didn't even bother. I was hurt moring the entire way.
3, 4. He was frame perfect. Good stuff, bud.
Thank you.
All right. Well, ready for doing your jobs, and I hope to see you around. Have a good evening, everybody.
Absolutely. Have a good evening.
Yep.
Do you have any final thoughts on this?
No, just wanted to say, if you haven't already, please follow the runners, and thanks to Game Boy F9 for doing the restream tonight.
Yes, Game Boy F9, thank you very much. So, what do we have coming up here? I've got a bunch of things. I don't see anything on the Randomizer media schedule. So the next thing you're going to see here in the Dragon Warrior tournament is the Losers Black Bracket final match between MisterHomes and Nest Cardinality. So look for that to be coming very, very soon. So I think with that, it is about time to sign off. For Edgeworth, I am Z-Man 050778. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful evening.